You're about to learn 12 common examples of unattractive coaching so you can avoid turning off potential clients. And I'll share with you 15 examples of attractive coaching that you can use to gain the respect of potential clients and increase the chances that they'll enroll in your coaching. A coach I'm mentoring, Sylvia, delivered a discovery session with a potential coaching client. The client told Sylvia that they loved the discovery session and they wanted to enroll in her coaching. She even said she couldn't wait to get started coaching, but Sylvia never heard back from her. I asked Sylvia if this was the first time a potential coaching client had ghosted her. She said no, that she'd delivered 20 to 30 discovery sessions, and it seemed like it was always the same pattern. They told her how amazing she is, but whenever she tried to reconnect with them to follow through on their enrollment in coaching, she couldn't reach them and they wouldn't return her texts and emails. As a result, after a few days or a week, she'd feel awkward, like she was bothering them, and gave up trying. Can you relate? I can. I've been there too many times. To make things worse, Sylvia was feeling like she wasn't much of a coach. How could she be? She wasn't enrolling anyone. She said to me, "I think everyone's lying to me when they say that I'm a good coach, since I'm obviously not good enough for them to enroll with me. I'm starting to question if I should be a coach at all. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this." I told Sylvia, "That's not true. I think you need to just make a couple of simple changes. First, did you call this prospect at any time after the initial discovery session?" She said, "No, I don't want to call her because I'm afraid that she'll think I'm pushy or desperate." So I asked, "Did you lead her to commit to a deadline for her to enroll in coaching?" Sylvia answered, "No, I told her that she could start anytime." Later, I found out that Sylvia avoided leading her client to commit to a deadline to enroll in coaching because of her fear of upsetting her client. Sylvia was so afraid of looking bad to her client that she wasn't giving her client the support that she deserved. Sylvia's first priority was for the client to like her, which got in the way of her standing up for her client's needs and intentions. Needing to be liked or validated is approval-seeking behavior, and that's one example of unattractive coaching. Coaching falls into two categories: attractive coaching or unattractive coaching. Those are the only two kinds of coaching. Attractive coaching enrolls clients and keeps clients working with you. Unattractive coaching repels clients. Any coaching that's needy, pushy, judgmental, or fearful is unattractive to potential clients. Any coaching that's confident, curious, professional, or supportive is attractive to potential clients. Sylvia's fearful actions were about to lose her yet another enrollment. So how do you coach attractively? Well, people enroll in coaching to become the best version of themselves, the best business person, the best athlete, the best romantic partner, the healthiest, richest, happiest, most successful version of themselves. Attractive coaching is anything that fulfills on that promise. If you sell it on that, why should anyone enroll into coaching with you? So what are some common examples of attractive coaching? Well, here's 12 of them. Telling your clients things that they may not want to hear, but need to. Requiring your client to make their own decisions. Helping your client become aware of their blind spots and tendencies. Going deep with your client into why they do what they do. Supporting them to take new actions and limit endless discussions about how they feel. Helping them to make commitments and stay accountable. Confronting your client in a caring way when they're falling into bad habits. Listening to what your client really means, not just the words they say. Reading between the lines. Making your client do their own push-ups. Personal trainers don't work out for us. Being present in the moment with your client. Asking questions instead of giving your client the answers. And following up where warranted. But what are some common examples of unattractive coaching? Well, here's 15 of them. Saying, "I'm sorry," all the time. Talking too much. Nothing communicates anxiety more than talking too much. Letting your client's excuses stop them without saying anything. Letting your client not specifically answer your questions by either deflecting or changing the subject. Letting your client blame other people for their situation by playing the victim. Delivering endless free sessions without requiring your client to pay you. Letting clients no-show or cancel sessions without confronting them. Hiding out behind an email or a text when you really should be calling them. Editing yourself by not confronting a client because you're afraid of upsetting them. Letting your client say, "I already know that," when they aren't taking action on what they say they know. Letting your client make you jump through hoops like you're their waiter. Jumping to conclusions rather than clarifying to find out what's really going on. Letting your client be late, unprepared, or distracted during their coaching sessions. Letting your client dwell on the past or the future too much. And buying into your client's excuses. If you believe them, you'll accept them. Hold on, just a quick timeout. Please do me a quick favor. If you're enjoying this video, please hit the like and the subscribe button to let us know to keep making more videos like this, and so you can be alerted each time we drop a new one. Thanks for your support. Sylvia's example of unattractive coaching was emailing her client when a phone call was really what was necessary, because she was trying to avoid conflict. She was approval seeking, and as a result, she was easily ignored. Sylvia was selling out on coaching, her client, and herself, and she didn't even realize it. Sylvia next asked me, so I've been using unattractive coaching? I said, if your follow-up strategy is driven by a desire to avoid conflict or fear of your client not liking you anymore, then you'll come across as needy or desperate, which is unattractive. So I asked Sylvia, are you willing to deliver more attractive coaching? She said, I don't know if I can. Is that authentic? Do I even have what it takes? I said, well, you're already put energy into behaving attractively in many other areas of your life, so why wouldn't you put similar energy into being an attractive coach? Behaving attractively is already making your life easier. You already practice good hygiene, wear clean clothes, you use makeup and comb your hair, you're polite and friendly, right? She said, yes, of course. So I asked her, and you're just as committed to behaving attractively as a coach as you are behaving attractively in the other areas of your life, right? She said, I think I get it. Coaching is not about my own selfish concerns. To coach attractively, I've got to set my own fears to the side and do what's best for my client in the long term. I said, yes, and if you don't take your client's enrollment decision as a personal rejection, you'll display a level of confidence that's very attractive to a client. So Sylvia committed to call her potential client. A short time later, she reported back to me that she called the client, and the client apologized to Sylvia for not getting back in touch with her. She even thanked Sylvia for following up and said things had just been crazy at work. And most importantly, for both of them, she signed up for 6 months of coaching. Sylvia did what was best for her client in the long run, even though there was a chance that she might say no, and that is attractive coaching. Sylvia now had a taste of being an attractive coach. Step by step, she's going to adopt more attractive coaching practices. She'll strengthen those coaching muscles and build attractive coaching habits that will last a lifetime. Now, what about you? Have you fallen into unattractive coaching? So have I. That's how you learn. Be kind to yourself. You won't eliminate all unattractive coaching overnight. You won't be perfect. You're only human. But like Sylvia, you can continue to minimize unattractive coaching and maximize attractive coaching. Today is a clean slate. Use that clean slate to explore more attractive coaching. What attractive coaching will you begin to explore? Commit to it. Practice it. Be an attractive coach. This next video outlines a simple 7-week process to get 7 paying clients, which is just enough to reach what most people believe to be life-changing income. And the best part is that this simple and straightforward method requires no fancy internet marketing, no sleazy or slimy manipulative sales tactics, and no financial risk. It doesn't even take that much time. All it takes is doing a good job coaching. So go ahead and click the link right now, and I'll meet you over there.